Way back in the 1970s, powerful business interests took on a project to change the way we all think about the economy. And it worked. Their plan ended up making them more money than they ever could have imagined, creating runaway inequality, an unprecedented concentration of wealth at the top, leaving the rest of us to suffer. The idea that they pushed, they called Better Business Climate. This Better Business Climate idea was a three-point plan that they said would generate a big surge in new investment. Step 1, we needed to slash taxes. Step 2, we needed to get rid of government regulations. Step 3, we needed to cut spending on social programs like healthcare, nutritional programs, and education. This, they argued, would help us all do better. They pushed these ideas in every way they could, through so-called research reports by paid academics, through the media, and even in classrooms across the country. They built up huge popular support for these ideas and started passing laws to change things, actually cutting taxes, spending, and regulations. But these cuts didn't bring about the economic golden age that was promised. Instead of prosperity for all, deregulation opened up the door for corporate raiders to come in and strip companies to the bare bone. How did they do this? First, wealthy investors used borrowed money to buy up company after company. And instead of paying back the money themselves, they placed the outstanding debt on the newly purchased company. This would be like buying a house and then asking the house to pay down the mortgage. Next, the raiders used company profits to buy back shares of stock. By taking these shares out of circulation, they inflated the price of the stock and padded their own pockets in the process. In 1985, Carl Icahn bought a controlling share of TWA, one of the biggest airlines in the world. He proceeded to pull $650 million in shares out of circulation, so his own stake in the company would grow in value. He then sold off TWA's most prized routes to rival airlines. TWA was left with $540 million of debt, and Icahn made a fortune. And how has the Better Business Climate philosophy impacted our families and communities? Well, when a company's profit is being used to buy back shares of stock or pay down debt, it leaves less money for everyday workers. That means families are forced to take on more personal debt just to keep pace with the rising cost of living. It's women and people of color who already earn far less than their counterparts that fall the furthest behind. And with our social safety net in tatters from big tax cuts and weakened social spending, working people have nothing to catch them when they fall. This grows the underground economy and traps more people in a broken and unforgiving justice system. Better Business Climate advocates sold us a story of good wages, a strong economy, and better opportunities for all. But they rigged the system so that only the very richest would reap the rewards. The result of this is a new financial machine designed to extract wealth from everyday people and place it in the hands of CEOs and shareholders.